It says we're live. Hey, what's cracking? If you stopped by this evening to check out the live video, thank you for stopping by. If you're watching the replay, thanks for that too. In a few minutes, I'm going to for everyone who is here live. I don't see anyone in there yet. Let's see. Not sure how long it takes to get it going. Make sure this stuff's going right. There we go. Waiting for guests. Good day, mate. All right, he is moderator. Aussie Prison Stories is moderator. You there, bro? I don't see anyone there, but this thing says live, so I'm going to get going. There you are. There's John Doe. He's the one that talked to me about this video. So today what we're going to do, I want to run you through the things that you might have if you were in prison to make you a meal tonight. If you're doing bad and they had a meal for supper like liver, uh, because if you wanted to starve me to death, just feed me liver every day, because that'll do it. I won't eat it. So I wanted to show you some things that you might have if you were in prison. You could have macaroni and cheese. There'll be all kinds of different soups, ramen soups available to you. They usually got something like this: refried beans and rice. Then you got tuna and chicken. It used to be able to get it in a can, but that'll depend on the yard you were on, because some yards can't have can anymore, because they had a roast beef can about this big, quite a bit bigger around than this. And if you listen to my prison story, when they accused me of stabbing this guy, I told them that I took the lid of that can and poked him with it. So they started only selling it in pouches. So you may have to get it out of a pouch, but these things will be available to you. You can get spam, chili, jalapeno peppers. You can get picante sauce and hot sauce. But when you get those, honey, would you hand me that? Let me grab it. Anytime you get hot sauce, picante sauce, anything like that, it's always going to be in a plastic bottle. Okay. So he said, what's cooking? The first thing I want to do, because this video will be about an hour long and we don't want to get too far behind, is I thought about getting my wife's good bowls out. Brother, you ain't going to have no good bowl. You might have this bowl right here. They sell these bowls for about $1. But most likely, if you're lucky, you're going to get a hold of a piece of Tupperware that the guard has brought their dinner in. And maybe that's what you might use to eat your food in every day, because they don't have very good bowls, or a big bowl, definitely. So when you get a decent bowl in prison, you want to try to hold on to it. And you don't share that bowl. That's just your bowl. So most times, if your family ain't, now, first of all, if you ain't got a family sending you some money, you ain't going to have none of this. Nothing. Not a single damn thing, unless you got a good hustle. Now, in one of my upcoming videos, I'm going to talk to you about some things you can do to hustle in prison that can get you some canteens so that you can have things if they do have a bad meal. But I want to do this cooking video first. But if you've been waiting since Sunday night when I was supposed to do this video to eat, you're probably getting hungry. So first thing I want to do is get this mac and cheese in the microwave. That's the first thing we're going to do. Get our mac and cheese in the microwave. And while we do that, I'm going to get to some thank yous, some shout outs, and we're going to answer some of you guys' comments. And since this is a replay, everybody's not on here live, so try to keep it rolling. You'll be able to come up with a little salt, and you won't have much else. Now, you will be able, they usually sell Velveeta cheese. I got a little block of it cut off here, because I'm going to make 3 different dishes. I'm going to make one if you're doing really bad, one if you've got a little hustle, and one if your family has looked out for you. And you'll see the differences in the bowls that you can have. He's been waiting. He's starving, man. So let's get this shit cooking. I'm going to stick my macaroni in the microwave. If you're going along with me, stick yours in there too. We'll stick it in for about 5 minutes with just enough water to cover it. All right, I got mine in there. So while we're sitting here talking about that, I want to talk to you about some other things you might be able to cook. Uh, like I said, they do have chili, but the most thing that you will see people eat all the time is you'll see people with ramen soup, shot of beans, and usually they'll have some kind of cup of cheese. You're not ever going to get a glass jar of cheese. That's not going to happen. But there'll be a little plastic cup, little plastic squeeze bottle of picante sauce, mayonnaise. You get it in little packs. Thank you guys, man, for saying that you hope I feel better. I appreciate all the birthday wishes too. Let me do that right quick before we get too far. I got to get you guys comments here. I got my phone doing the recording. Bear with me. You know, I'm not very professional. So, get to your comment. All right. We got Aussie Prison Stories, John Doe, Taz, Tessa, David, Tammy. Thank all you guys, man. I'm sure there'll be other people dropping in. People don't drop in. I'm sure they'll get to they'll watch it later on. But I wanted to say some thank yous tonight. Um, for my birthday, some people went above and beyond and sent me money and or bought me a gift. And I want to thank everyone though who has wished me well for my birthday, who has subscribed to the channel. Any of it, man, I really appreciate it. If I could have what I want for Christmas, I'd like to see my channel get to 2,000 subs. So that's all I really want, just to push my channel. I would like to have had a lot more videos up, but because of my health, I wasn't able to get the ones up I wanted to. But I have a lot in mind for the future, and I'm going to get to pushing it. But first off, I have new riders and dyers. I want to list them all off because I'm up to 10 now. I thought I had 3 or 4, looked up and there's 10. So I've got Sugar Smack, Nikki Bruce, Samaya Walker, Roger Williams on there twice, John and John Doe. The man made a second account so he could support me twice. I love that guy. John Ullman, Thomas Robbins, Jason, Cody Smith. Shout out to the riders and dyers who ride till the wheels fall off and the dyers keep riding even when they do. You guys are the most, man. I also want to thank Lisa. I'm not going to say her last name. She didn't want me to put her out there. She looked out for me for my birthday. I want to thank John Adams. He did the same thing. Sent me some money for my birthday. There's an anonymous person. I went to high school with her. Them and their husband sent me some money for my birthday. It was so awesome to make contact with them after all these years. And their friendship means so much more than the gift, but the gift is greatly appreciated. You know who you are. Thank you. And shout out to my homeboy Todd Poole. I said on one of these videos that I was up late at night playing Modern Warfare, and he was like, "Man, that's my jam. Hook up with me." And we started playing Warzone together. And he tried to buy the second game for me, and I didn't want him to buy anything for me, you know. But when the new game was coming out, he said, "Ricky, it's your birthday. The new game's coming out. I like playing with you. I want us to play together. Let me give you a gift card and buy you this game." So he sent me a gift card for $75. My wife pitched in 25, and I got this $100 Vault Edition. And then me and him have been playing that game till 3 o'clock in the morning, all times of the day or night. We'll text each other, "Hey, want to shoot?" This is my partner, man, and he has helped me kill some hours. That game has taken over my life when I'm not sick. So if any of you guys like playing Modern Warfare 3 and you're on, send me an Activision friend request. My name is Blackout. Maybe we can squad up. So with all that out of the way, hey, how you guys doing? Hey, Harvey's on there with us. Nice to see you, Harvey. Happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you, man. I hope that you're not about to eat my penitentiary casserole for Thanksgiving, but I'm going to tell you that I probably have eaten it for Thanksgiving before. So these cooking videos, I'm going to do a few of them. There's a few different things you'll eat in there, you know, but most generally, like I say, it's going to be a soup and some beans. It's going to be you see the guy, "Hey man, you got a shot of beans?" "Hey man, you got a shot of beans? I'll trade you a soup for a shot of beans." So you got your shot of beans with your soup, get you a spoon of cheese, and man, you are hooked up. They also have summer sausages on the canteen. I don't have one here. I don't eat them at home. So I try to just get the things I might eventually eat. I swore I'd never eat these refried beans again, but when you put them in a soup with a little cheese, it's pretty good if you don't have time to cook much else. You'll be able to get different kinds of chips, soups everywhere you go. But all this is in prison. None of this is in jail. You won't get any of this till you get to prison. If your family don't send you money, you'll get none of it. So here in just a minute, we got about 30 seconds or so left, and we're going to get making our dishes, baby. And this was John Doe's idea to make this video. So this one's for you. Let me check my macaroni. Okay, so that's going to take a few more minutes, man. So I guess I can talk to you since you guys. I don't see no questions in this chat unless mine just start popping up here that fast. Okay, if you guys got some questions, I'll answer them. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you. So say you are in a penitentiary and no one is sending you any money. How are you going to get anything? So there's a couple different ways that you can still make it by in prison if your family doesn't send you any money. One way, of course, is by hustling with drugs and things that can get you in all kinds of trouble. But one thing that a lot of people will do, and the best thing to do, is when you find yourself in the penitentiary with no help from anyone, something that becomes a very serious issue for you is food. Just a second, I need to plug this in. So some people will say, why would you need any money? He's in prison. He's got a roof over his head, 3 meals a day. Why does he need any money? Okay, because for one, if you don't have no money, you're going to be washing your hair with state shampoo and soap. Usually people throw that away. You're going to have to brush your teeth with state toothpaste. Usually people throw those things away. Okay, sometimes people take the state soap and they save it to wash clothes by hands with, to wash their underwear or something by hand, or socks. So that's how bad it is. People don't want to put it on their body, but some people have to if they don't have no help. So one thing you could do is you can go get a job anywhere on the yard, and if you work every day, you don't miss any days, and you get a good evaluation, you can make $12 in a month. But they'll take part of that for your savings, so you'll get to draw down like $10.80. And out of that, about $1 and a dime of that's going to be taxes. So really, you're only going to get about $9.50 for working for a month. So a lot of guys will take that and they'll buy a bunch of suits, whatever they can get with that $9, or candy bars, and they'll loan them out with interest to other people on a weekly basis and try to build it up. But the best thing you can do, the thing that I always did, is you could get a job in the kitchen, because the kitchen is a hustle, because you never know what kind of meals they're going to have. And like I said about the liver, if you have the liver every day of the week, you could starve me to death. And one time at Hinton, we had the food strike because they started giving us turkey king like 4 or 5 times a week. They were giving us the same meal every week. And when I say turkey au king, what I mean by that is some watery gravy, a few slices of turkey, and a few peas and pieces of corn with some rice. And that is it. And that's what we would have every meal for several days. And we end up getting on the news food striking for it. So sometimes they're just going to have meals that, even if you force yourself to eat it every meal, you're still hungry. So if you go to work in the kitchen, most places where you work in the kitchen, at the end of your shift, they'll let you take a set of sandwiches home with you. You can make you 2 sandwiches. You can't just go back in the kitchen and go in their lockers and get what you want. Everything is locked up in a freezer. It can't be got to unless the staff can open the door for you. But whatever they make for that meal, say if they had ham sandwiches for lunch, or if they had uh, ham at breakfast, or fried eggs at breakfast, if they had loaves of bread out, whatever they've had on the line through the day, you're going to be able to snatch little ingredients from that to make whatever you want to eat. So if they had eggs in the morning and a piece of ham for the diabetics or whatever, say, because everyone doesn't get the same meal. You got meals for diabetics. You've got meals for people who are on heart healthy diets. So there's different things. And if you work in the kitchen, it gives you access to them, because those things are got out of those lockers. Go around to the guys working, making those meals. Let me get a piece of this and a piece of this and a piece of that. So when you get done serving breakfast, you come back there on the grill, fry you up some eggs, make you some toast, put your piece of ham on there, get you a piece of cheese, wrap that up, get you a couple of those, wrap it up in some cellophane. At the end of the day, let you take it home with you. Well, of course, you can go on the yard and sell those. Those are gold, man. Used to be 2 for a pack of cigarettes, but they don't have cigarettes anymore. So money now is mostly stamps or coffee. Bag of coffee was $2, $3, and if coffee is money, man. People come around and give you a stamp just for a shot of coffee. So you can hustle by going to the kitchen, and of course, you're going to get to take 2 sandwiches home. That ensures that you're not going to be hungry, because you can eat what you want while you're in the kitchen. You can't just go in there and get in the lockers, like I said, but whatever's out, you can have your fill. So if you work in the kitchen on the morning shift, you're going to do morning and lunch, you're going to leave. Dinner's going to come in and clean up after lunch and then serve dinner. So they'll have action at lunch and dinner. If you work in the morning, you have action at morning and lunch. But everyone steals out of the kitchen, everyone. And that's where you make your money, in the kitchen. Some people don't steal food, they only steal stuff to make beer with. Let me check my map. All right, our macaroni and cheese is good and done. Now let me grab it. Now you ain't fixing to have no metal spoon, man. So I'm doing this shit ghetto. You hear me? Shit, we're gonna do this shit like we really doing this shit. So let me. Whoa, these right here gonna need a little something. Let me give me a little bit of. Well, we're gonna do it like Penitentiary ain't got, and I might have to use a little water, because you ain't gonna have nothing else. Now, here is something you can do to cheat. If you're up in the penitentiary, here's something. You ain't fixing to have no milk put in here. You ain't got no butter, unless you get somebody to steal it for you out of the kitchen. But for the purpose of this video, if I was working in the kitchen, I could make this meal a lot better. But for the purpose of this video, we're making what you could make by drawing down legally and getting things off the canteen, not by what you could steal out of the kitchen. Because if I was working in the kitchen, man, I'm going to steal me an onion. I'm going to get me a tomato. I'm going to have some cheese. I'm going to have some good meat. But we ain't up in the kitchen. We're in our cell, locked down. Somebody got shanked. Shit, we can't get out the cell. All we got is what we got in our cell, what we can draw down, fair and square. So here's what you can do. Since you ain't got nothing but water, they sell coffee creamer on the canteen. And if you take and put you a scoop of coffee creamer in this, it's just like milk. And it is going to make your mac and cheese creamy, like if you had a little milk in it. So we're going to do that. Now, for this first dish here, we're going to say you ain't working in the kitchen. You ain't got nobody looking out. You ain't been hustling. We done got locked down unexpectedly. Wasn't prepared for it. I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing but a box of macaroni and cheese and a can of tuna. That's all we got. Me and my celly. Box of macaroni and cheese, can of tuna. You're gonna say we got a couple mayonnaise packets. They're laying around in the cell. We still got from somewhere, a couple old mayonnaise packets and a rack of crackers between us. So that's gonna be our first one. Rack of crackers, mac and cheese, tuna, mayonnaise. Now, of course, your mayonnaise ain't coming in no jar, so you ain't fixing to get that. Your mayonnaise ain't finna come in no jar. You're finna get a squeeze thing of mayonnaise, or you're gonna have a few. Gonna need a little more water. All right. See, it ain't no joke. I could have done this a lot faster with my wife's utensils and a decent spoon and some butter. But we doing this shit in the ghetto, man. We up in the penitentiary, ain't I? We in penitentiary mac and cheese, man. So, okay, we got our mac and cheese about ready. Now I'm gonna make these dishes small, man. You guys know I've been sick and I'm not eating very much right now. My wife says she might eat the chicken one. She has eaten this with me before. I have made this since I've been out. So it ain't very bad, really. You may be surprised because you'll be surprised at things that a man can come up with when he's cut down to nothing. And when you're up in the penitentiary, food is very valuable. It's very important because it's the only thing that really matters is food when you're locked away. So a good meal, something good to eat, it means everything, man. When you're sitting in that cell and you're hungry and you ain't got nothing, not even a soup, you know what I'm saying? That shit is sad, man. That shit is sad. You locked up in your cell, watching whatever you can on the antenna. Shit locked in there. You can't get out. You don't know what's about to happen when you do get out. Police come by and take all your shit. Sitting up in there ain't got nothing but a suit. But tonight, you and your cell partner, y'all got a few mayonnaise packets. Okay, so this first dish, we're gonna put some macaroni and cheese right in here like this. That's gonna be the first thing we use. It's gonna be the macaroni and cheese. That's gonna be our base. I ain't gonna use a lot, like I said, for you. I'm gonna split this between 3 different bowls to show you 3 different ways to make it. Okay, so that one, macaroni and cheese in the bottom of the bowl. Now we would squeeze our mayonnaise packs on top of this. Okay. Remember, for this one, that's all we got. Box of mac and cheese, a few mayonnaise packets, a can of tuna, and a rack of crackers. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna spread that mayonnaise out evenly across the top of this here. Okay. See that? Okay. Then can of tuna. Now, like I said, your tuna may not come in a can, it's gonna be in a pouch. Because you ain't getting no can, because my dumb ass told him I stabbed somebody with the top of it. So I probably got it outlawed for you too. Shit, my bad, homeboy. I'm gonna use this pan so my wife don't kill me for getting this tuna everywhere. She don't care for tuna. I got me a new can opener just a few minutes ago because I didn't want y'all to see me strained up. Speaking of a can opener, You can get a can opener in Penitentiary. Some places like Minimums, you can get a can opener, but they sell P38. Oh, military can opener. That's what you get in Penitentiary. Let me drain my tuna here. Now, I'm making these in small portions, but if it was just me and you, two people, and a whole bag of macaroni and cheese, all right, and then we're going to dump this tuna right on top after we spread our mayonnaise up. It's going to be our second layer. Okay, got macaroni and cheese, mayonnaise, tuna. You may want to put a little mayonnaise on top of the tuna if you didn't get it spread very well on your macaroni. Then we're going to hit our crackers up, our so lonely ass rack of crackers. Remember, they're all we got in ourselves. So, this here, and there's your toppings. And that right there, baby, is old broke ass, nobody helping you, unexpected lockdown. All we have is macaroni and cheese and a box and a can of tuna and a rack of crackers and a few leftover packs of mayonnaise. And that baby made us a nice little tuna casserole. And that is not bad. Take a look at that. That ain't bad, baby. That ain't bad. Yeah. So we're gonna move this one to the side. Now we're gonna say for this second bowl, your family ain't been able to send you no money, but you do have a little hustle about you. And you was able to get you got your macaroni and cheese, but say you're not on lockdown, you can go around sell to sell. So you've been able to go around sell to sell and collect you a few things. So for this one, we're going to use a can of chicken. So you got a macaroni and cheese, can of chicken. You drain it. Tear our chicken up here. I think it might work better to always put the mayonnaise on the meat. I think I forgot that before. My bad. I always want to put the meat on and then put the mayonnaise on. Okay, for this one, we ain't got nobody helping us from the street, but we are able to go around. We got a few buddies. So we got a can of chicken, some macaroni. We'll put chicken in here. See, cover our macaroni with our chicken just like that. Then, of course, got to have the mayonnaise. Mayonnaise changes the flavor. It gives it the casserole flavor. It's where it's just some of it comes from there. You need that. Ain't hard to come up with a few mayonnaise packets in the Penitentiary. You can get those from somebody anywhere. Everybody's got them laying around themselves somewhere. They give them out as sack lunches when you lock down. Some people don't like it. Then after that, but hey, you out on the run, got a few friends, go get you some hot sauce. So you can get you a few shots of hot sauce. Louisiana hot sauce is almost always what you're going to find. We're going to put us a few shots of hot sauce on there. Just like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Just like that. And then for this one, you got your handful of chips from one of your homeboys. So we're going to make us crumble us up some chips, crumble us up some Cheetos. Instead of them old crackers, we're going to use these Cheetos for a topping. Now, some people like to use flaming hot Cheetos. Me, that's a little bit too much for my belly. I prefer the regular Cheetos. But if you like it spicy, baby, you might want some flaming hot. Get that. Might could have broke them up a little bit better. I'll use the rest in the next one. And that right there, this right here, if you ain't got nobody helping you, by God, you do have a little bit of hustle. Your bowl might look more like this. Huh? Let me get some chicken. Huh? Looks a little bit more juicier, doesn't it, man? So you might have that. Your family looks at. Now, if you got a little hustle about you, I mean. Now, for this last one, I ain't got that much mac and cheese left. My wife might eat something else. For this last one, I'm going to get a little smaller container because I would like to make this look a little better. Okay, on this last one here, you do got family looking out for you. You got people that love you, sent you $50 to your books. You've had money to go up there and get you some shampoo and conditioner, get you good and clean. You ain't had to use the things that the state gives you. You got stamps to write home, tell people you love them. Maybe you're locked down, but at least you can write a letter. People have looked out for you. You can maybe watch some TV, put some headphones on, listen to some music. Got things in your locker to eat. You don't need to run around to the other cells and gather nothing. You've got what you need. So what you're going to do is first you're going to take your mac and cheese, just like the others. But now you are going to take you some of this Velveeta. And since you're at home, you can make yours this way. Now I am cheating here by using this butter knife because really I should be using the lid of a Spam can. That's usually the knife you would use. You would take this lid off the Spam can and that would be what you would cut everything with. You would keep that in yourself. But we're going to take this and we're going to cut up some very little squares. We're going to take these little squares. We're going to break them off and we're going to drop them throughout our mac and cheese. Drop some squares off in there like that. I don't need too many because it's just a little mac and cheese here. My wife may end up eating this bowl, so I want to try to do it right. Okay, so, all right, now that I've got those in there, those little clumps of cheese, I'm going to give that a little stir. If you're keeping up with me here, this is the one you might want to eat for supper now, for real. Take that, stir it up a little bit. Now we're going to pop this back in the microwave for 1 minute and let those little chunks, so that when you take a bite, there'll be just little blobs of melted Velveeta cheese in there. Hope you're enjoying the video. I never thought about doing a cooking video. Thank you guys for the Thanksgiving wishes. I appreciate it, man. I wish all of you happy Thanksgiving. I hope all of you have a great Thanksgiving. Every Thanksgiving in my life, whenever I was free, I've always went and spent it with my family. This first year that me and my wife were going to go out and have dinner somewhere nice for Thanksgiving and watch a movie and spend it together this time. See what that's like. I've never got to do that. So I'm looking forward to doing that with her. And I really appreciate you guys, man. You make my day. I have felt bad, haven't been feeling good, but this video is coming and I was dead set to do it no matter how I felt. I really give a damn how bad I felt. But my wife trimmed my hair up, got me a shower, put some clean clothes on, felt a little better. And I'm glad to be here with you guys tonight. So I'll check out your comments just a little bit. 1 minute. Thank you, brother. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you very much for saying I'm doing good because hey, I have no idea what I'm doing. All right, that's ready. Okay, now you see already, you've seen these. Now you start to see the difference in that macaroni and cheese. You see the difference that Velveeta did to that. Now this is different. Someone loving you in prison. And people, why you need money in prison? This is why you need money in prison because you might have had liver for supper and beans for lunch, and maybe you're freaking hungry, man. So my birthday, brother, was the 15th. Thank you very much. I turned 50 years old. So now we've got our Velveeta in there. And since my wife might eat it, okay, now what I would also add right here, but I'm not going to because my wife might eat it, is jalapenos. Okay. Though you usually get them in a little can. If my wife wasn't going to eat this, I would cut up a bunch of little bitty pieces of jalapenos and I would mix it in there like I did that cheese so that there would be little pieces of jalapeno and cheese all through that macaroni and cheese. And then since she might eat this, and I'm going to make this one chicken because she doesn't like tuna. She doesn't like fish. So let me cut this open and drain it. Now, of course, if you're at home too, if you have better chicken, better ingredients, the meal is going to be better. But in prison, you don't have all them ingredients. We're doing what we got with what we got, man. We're doing the best we can. So I'm about to break down. You're going to learn all kinds of things about the things we do, and it is amazing the things that people come up with when they have no choice but to figure something out. So let's break this chicken up here. Now to get back to still in working in the kitchen just for a minute. Kitchen hustle, that's a hustle, man. You got guys that make beer on the yard, and all they want you to do is come get chicken. They'll have you get tomato puree. Steal as many oranges as you can. Of course, they need sugar. You need a pound of sugar for every gallon of beer you make. And need a little pinch of yeast. Have to get that from the baker. So the kitchen is straight up hustle. And you got guys that go in there and make up a bunch of them sandwiches. You can bring 2 out, but they go back there and make up 10 or 12 sandwiches. Wrap them up. They're $1, $2 a sandwich, depending on how good the sandwich is. They'll go back there and make a whole bunch of sandwiches, wrap them all up, find a trash can, go put it between the liner and the trash can. It'll all be wrapped up where it can't get contaminated. Put it inside there underneath the trash bag. Your homeboy might wheel it out, and then one of your other homeboys might grab it. Sometimes you tape it to the bottom of a cart that's going out for some reason. Sometimes people wrap it up, stick it in their boots or down their underwear and their pants. Sometimes they'll have a guard that won't pat them down, that will intentionally let them take it home to try to help them out. And they'll go back and sell food on the yard and trade it for canteen. But if you are getting to get food out of the kitchen, you always want to keep enough to eat, because there's not anything on the canteen better than food that you can make yourself. And the ingredients aren't great. So we're going to add this chicken on top of this nice and cheesy macaroni and cheese. If our family was looking out for us, we're going to add some jalapeno peppers. We got some Velveeta. And now we're going to add our mayonnaise. See, this one's looking a lot better. You see the difference money and love makes? Shit, it's a lot better when people love you and look out, for sure, man. You find out that when you're by yourself. Got it covered with the mayonnaise. And because baby wants it, we ain't gonna put nothing hot on there. We could, because you got a homeboy, you can put your little conny sauce, hot sauce, whatever they'll have picante sauce. They'll have Louisiana hot sauce with whatever suits your. Oh, I'm gonna crumble all these up. You're gonna kill me, man. Oh, here we go. And this one, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're free or if you're locked up in a cell. That ain't bad. That is not a bad meal. If you're a bachelor, if you're single, if you're in a penitentiary, if you've never tried it, give it a try. It's not bad. Promise. Wouldn't get on here and show you how to make it if it was terrible. Might want to throw in a little salt and pepper. Next time, we'll make us some burritos. And maybe on down the line, I'll make you my honey grape jelly barbecue spam jalapeno on toast sandwich, baby. And I talked about it to my stepdad when I was locked up, and he did not believe he would eat that, or my wife, that they would eat it or like it, and both of them liked it. So I will make you that. Thank you, Arwen. I want to run through the comments now. We've been on here about 40 minutes. I want to run through these comments before I get off. Tessa Hadar, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Thank you, Tessa, for being here, for joining me. Harvey, appreciate you stopping by. Love your videos, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you watching them. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Lieutenant Aldo. You and yours, Aldo Rain, Lieutenant Aldo Rain. John's here. John Ullman. Thank you, brother. You know, I appreciate your support always. Aussie Prison Stories, that's my moderator. He's the guy I wake up in the middle of the night when I'm having problems and I'm sick and I don't know what to do. Aussie Prison Stories will get up in the middle of the night and shoot me a link and try to help me. I love that dude. That's a good guy. If you guys have not checked out his channel, go check him out. Harvey, too. Harvey Talks Prison. He's got some good stuff, man. Another state. He did 28 years. My heart goes out to the dude. If you haven't checked out Harvey, check him out, man. These guys are trying to do the most. They're trying to help people out, man. Scott Reed, thank you, brother. Arwen Hardy, I'm trying to let me see about you. Thank you, brother. No, don't worry about being late ever. I appreciate you guys rewatching the replay. I appreciate all you guys' support, man. I'm going to tell you, I started this. I'm going to tell you something that's crazy. My crime happened on March 4th, 1989. If you break that down, that's 3489. I won't tell you the rest of my phone number, but on the day that I made my first video and posted it, I had no intention of making it on March 4th, 1989. But I went down to the Dollar General. I decided I was gonna make it. I was gonna try it. I was gonna try to make videos. If it would help someone, it would help someone. If it never done nothing, it never done nothing. I was gonna give it a shot. So I went down and I bought me a phone that was on sale for $40 at Dollar General. And the last four digits of that phone number were 3489. And I put that video up on March 4th, 1989. So exactly, I think it was, let's see, uh, it happened in 1989. This is 2023. So 34 years, 34 years to the day after it happened. I posted my first video and I picked up a phone randomly off the shelf. The last four digits were 3489, which is the date that it happened and the date of the first video I put up. So that's freaky for me, man. March 4th, 89. That is not a good day for me. It's the day I rue for all my life. If I could change one thing, it would be that. So, Bebo. What's up, Bebo? Woodwood? Our pal. Thank you, our pal, for dropping in. All of you guys, man. Brandon Ledford. How long have you been out of prison? This is my 14th year, although I wouldn't think so because I still act like an idiot. My mom and my wife will tell me, man, you've been out long enough. You should be over that by now. But I'm going to tell you that the shit is still like it was yesterday for me. Uh, I know that people think, well, you were in there. I was in there for 20 and a half years. I had a 22-year sentence. I was in there for 20 years, 5 months, and 29 days on that 22-year sentence. And I got out and I had another 12-year sentence to do on paper. It was supposed to be 4 years being watched all the time, but I did two, had a job, kept clean UAs, never got in trouble. So that they got me off there in two. But I forget what I was saying now. Sorry, this shit gets me nervous sometimes. But I hope that answered you. I've been out 14 years. I hope that answered your question. I'm up to get on anybody's channel, bro. If they just hit me up, I'm glad to do an interview. I have one guy that kept saying, "Hit us up. We want to interview you," and I kept answering him on the comments, and I even answered his Twitter, and he never responded. So, my email is in almost all of my videos in the description. It's Ricky Dye, RICKEYDYE 1973 at gmail.com. If you have someone that you would like to have me interview, or if you have a channel and you'd like for me to be interviewed, all you have to do is hit me up, man. The best way to hit me up is on Messenger on Facebook. I have so many people from this channel reach out to me and message me and different things, and I always answer, man. So if you just reach out to me on Messenger, I'm gonna answer you for sure. I'm gonna answer. So just hit me up. Just looking through your comments. Sorry. Pray for Daniel Terry Williams. I sure will. I'll pray for anybody that needs it. I can't guarantee that the Lord listens to me, but man, I've screamed at him enough. He's bound to know I'm down here. I'll guarantee you that. I don't know. I might have used up all I've got coming already because he saved me, man. I'm telling you, I have went in so many cells. Little bitty skinny white kid that was supposed to get his ass beat by a guy bigger than him going in there. I'll be just scared shitless. And you just have to turn it off, man, because you get so afraid it'll shut you down. People get afraid, so afraid you can't move, you can't react. So you got to just block it out and tell yourself, this is business. I've just got to run up in here and do this. Got to run up in here and do this. And I've found that that's the way it is in a lot of things in life. That sometimes you just got to block it out and just run up in there and do it, man. And that's just sometimes the only way to get things done. I skipped over your comments. Where you at, brother? Someone needs to help me. Call me at 3 a.m. I will get them. Try to help you, good people, Ricky. Thank you, brother. I know you are, man. He always tries to help me. Thank you, brother. So what the deal is, I'm recording with my phone. I can't see any of the comments up there, and I'm trying to see it on the pad, but this pad is behind. So like I say it, and then I look down here and I have to wait for it to come up. So sorry about that, man. One of these days I'm gonna get good equipment or figure out how to use it. So to Korean Tony dude. So here's what my plan is. My next video is gonna be the grossest things that ever was said to me or I seen while I was in prison. Okay. And the one after that one, I'm planning to do one on some of the characters, some crazy characters that I have met in prison. Some of the most crazy dudes, some of the most solid dudes. I'll throw Korean Tony in there. No, I didn't take a bite, man. I've eat this many times, but I've been sick. I'm on a liquid diet right now, actually. So I'm not supposed to eat nothing until tomorrow. It's supposed to help my bowel, my insides regenerate and heal because they're not using energy to digest food. That's what they said at the emergency room. I've had to go to the emergency room twice in the last 3 days. I'm sorry. This video, I didn't know for sure if I would make it, but I was bound determined not to miss this video. So I just took a shower, got me a haircut, jumped in here anyway. So hoping you wouldn't notice I wasn't eating. So that's why I'm not eating. But I promise it isn't bad. I promise. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it because, sometimes as creators, we don't really know what to talk about. And we're not sure what's going to make a good video and what won't. Sometimes the things that we think will make an awesome video. I've made videos that I thought, man, I can't never outdo this. This is going to be the best video I ever made. And then it doesn't get very many views. And then I make a video someday, I don't know what to talk about. I just come off with something that I think probably won't do that good and put it up, and it becomes one of the best videos. So you never can guess what's going to make the video go off. The thing that's going to make the video go off, though, is for one, if people click on that video and hit like and then they don't watch it, it keeps track of how much time of that video was watched. In order for that video to really go off, people have to watch that whole video, hit like, and make a comment on it. If you watch that whole video and you hit like and comment, and everyone does that, that video is going to keep going until people quit doing that. But with people click on it, hit the like button, don't really have time to watch it, but they want to give you a like, so they just hit like, but they don't finish watching it. But that really hurts you. It would have been better maybe had they not clicked on it because they clicked on it and hit like, but they weren't very interested because they didn't keep watching. And they know I can look and see on my videos exactly where they peaked, where people rewinded it maybe to listen again, and I can see the parts where people just skip right over. So can YouTube, and that's what they want to see. They want to see comments. That shows that people are involved. They want to see that like button because that means you liked it. But even a down button would be better if you watched the full video. Probably to watch the full video and give a down would be better than to just click on like and then not watch the video, because that shows that you're not watching a video and the watch hours go down, the video's hours go down, so they think it's not as interesting, they quit showing it to people. So that's how that goes, man. So if you really want to help a channel, you have a channel you like, if you click on the video, let it finish playing. Even if you're not going to be watching the shit or something, just walk off, let it play, man. Hit the like button, comment, happy Wednesday. Anything you comment shows engagement, and that's going to help the channel. Well, guys, with that, I'm sure you guys are probably deep into your meal by now if you went along with me on cooking it. It's been close to 45 minutes. I got a little bit of a mess to clean up. I don't see any more questions. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. I plan to have a video up sometime tomorrow. It's going to be about the grossest things I ever encountered, things that people ask me to do, or what I do with them, or what I do for them. And it's going to be a nasty one. And it's not something I'm proud of, but I will tell you this. These questions started being asked to me when I was 15, 16, 17 years old. If they're younger than that, I don't think you should have them watching the video. But if you're 15, 16, or 17 and you get in trouble, you might be getting asked the same damn things. So if you have one around that age that seems to be keep getting in trouble and a knothead, you might want them to watch this next one because they might get the same questions if they go. And with that, I want to tell all you guys good night. Every one of you here. I won't go back over every single name. I've read out all the riders and the dyers. Shout out to the riders and dyers again. Always, baby. The riders who ride till the wheels fall off, and the dyers who keep riding even when they do. Them are my guys right there, man. Big love to you guys. Hope to see you in the next video. Hope all of you have a happy Thanksgiving. May God bless, keep, and protect you until then. Peace out.